and I am here with you right now, tonight. Happy Sunday, everybody. Let me turn down this one over here on our YouTube feed. Okay, happy Sunday evening, everyone. Sunday night. Hope everyone is having a good or had a good weekend, having a good end of the weekend. And we're hoping here over at Real Talk that you guys are having living a happy, healthy, and safe life at this moment in the midst of this global pandemic that we are experiencing. It started in the beginning of the year, and every industry at one point was virtually shut down. One including the entertainment industry, most namely the film industry. So, the film industry has been shut down since March of this year, television and film. And, I just decided to put together a panel discussion with myself and other industry professionals to discuss. I want to get the perspective of the people that are in this industry that do it for a living, and so everyone can get an understanding of how this whole pandemic has infected a lot of people from different industries, from different walks of life. You got these people that do this for a living. So yesterday we had part one of the discussion, which was very successful. It was a little bit of technical difficulties, but this is what happens, when you're dealing with new technology, doing these podcasts and things of that nature and the live streams. But we thugged it out. Our guest, Diane Franklin, she had a little bit of problems with her connection, but it's all good. We're going to try to bring our guest in today and see how it works out. But I do have this is part two of the discussion, and we have a good show lined up for you. Again, we'll be discussing with more industry professionals who do this for a living, and we want to give everyone a real perspective of how this is affecting everyone. So my guests today are none other than actor Rayon Lawrence. You may recognize Rayon from shows like Power, FBI, Blue Bloods, a whole host of television shows. He was in a lot of films as well. So he's an actor, a working actor, and right now none of the actors are really working. So we wanna check in with him and see how they're coping with this. Also, one of my guests, David Chin, who's also an actor and a stunt performer as well. We had David on our show on the podcast a couple of weeks ago. Great conversation, and I told him I wanted to kind of reiterate all of this stuff when we do our live stream. And we are streaming live right now to youtube.com as well as facebook.com on our page. Check us out. And of course, last but not least, Alexandra Vino is also going to be here with us. And she is an actress as well and an artist. And once again, like I said, they all kind of in the same boat. They all do this for a living. You know what I mean? They're working actors. So we want to check in with them as far as this pandemic goes. So I'm going to bring them all on. And let's see how it goes here. Hopefully it looks like everybody's in the green room, and we'll see if they're all ready to rock out. Let's see. David.
How you doing?
David, how you doing, brother?
Good.
All right, man. I appreciate you joining us again. We had us over at Real Talk. You called in. We had a good time, man. We talked about a little bit of everything. We did our little tournament.
Yeah.
That you was on. So that's what's up, man. We appreciate you. We're not gonna hold none of you too long tonight. We just wanted to really kind of touch on this again and really, hit home with it, So I appreciate you joining us. My man Rayon Lawrence. Rayon, what up, my dude?
What's up?
What's up, man?
Man,
Thank you,
great.
thank you for joining us too, man. I know you're busy running around and all that,
Anytime, man. You already know.
Appreciate you. What you got? You grew the beard up in there.
I grew the beard,
that.
Man. You see the beard?
What's up, man?
This is a quarantine beard and the quarantine hair right now.
It's all good. It's all good. And yeah, man. So, and of course, Alexandra.
Hi.
You there? Hey.
Hey.
How? Hi. All right. Yeah.
What's up? How you doing?
How you doing?
We're all here. And like I said, man, I just wanted to I want to thank all of you for coming on, taking this time to come on and talk with us. And really, last night we had a discussion on part 1. We had some guests and, everyone gave their perspective, and some of them was from different types of corners of the industry. Right now, I'm dealing with 3 performers in the industry, actors, and then you have David, who's also a stunt performer. So this is a really interesting, because one of the things we brought up that we were talking about yesterday was, how it affects the actors, who you guys do this, you rely on it for your income, this is what you do for a living. So we wanted to kind of get a better understanding on how you guys are coping with this, and also how do we move forward when it is time, and not only how do we move forward, when do we move forward? When is it considered a good time to move forward? Is there there's no guidelines, there's no book, there's no. So we'll open that up. For the first question is, first off, how are all of you? Let's start with Rayon. How are you, brother? Tell me how you doing.
I'm good, man. Just blessed to be alive and well. But yeah, man, I'm good. I'm good right now.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Alexandra.
I'm
how
great.
Are you, dear?
I'm surprisingly well, because I'm still being very creative during this time. So,
but yeah, I know you're an artist as well, so you're probably cranking out paintings and stuff, right?
I am. I'm painting a lot, and I'm organizing a lot of the house and just going through things, and I'm writing. I've written multiple shows, films, and animation, because I figured I'm just starting working animation, but it's something I've been thinking about a long time. So
yeah,
I thought that's something that could maybe happen during the quarantine, because it's voices, it's not so much on the set. So
yeah, no, it's funny you brought that up. I brought that up yesterday too. I believe animation on all levels is probably going to go through the roof, because studios are probably, if they have any animation project that they may have put on the shelf, they probably dusting that off right now.
Right.
Like, you know what? Let's break it. Let's get this to the, So, and that also can open up work for you guys as well, because all of you have, actors, obviously you have a voice, but, I think, David, you have a very kind of distinctive voice. So, I can see you doing some voice work.
Hey, I'm down for it.
But but how you doing, brother?
I'm good. I'm well. I've gained weight during this quarantine, but I'm getting it off now. So getting back into the swing of getting in shape and cutting down and just focusing, because I know things are gonna open up in the next, I don't know, I'm hoping within the next 30 days. But I know everything's gonna be different. So, but other than that, I just been, maintaining at home. My wife and I spend more time together, cleaning up. That's about it.
Okay,
that's nice.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
I'm ready. I get on my wife's nerves, man. So I don't know. She might be ready.
Hey, Wes.
She ready to throw me out into the world. What's up,
Wes? I can't hear David at all.
No.
No.
No, I hear him fine. Do you hear him, Alexandra?
Him. Yeah, I hear him.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
for some
weird.
reason he's the only person I can't hear.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
That is weird. I don't know why you can't hear him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's so weird. Like yesterday, you know, we're all dealing with challenges when it comes to these live stream shows.
Yeah.
Yesterday, one, you know, I had Diane Franklin on, and she was, you know, just in and out, in and out, in and out. It was, you know, her connection was bad. But then one of my other guests, for some reason, she saw Diane Franklin upside down. And I'm like, what? She's like, she's upside down. I'm like, no one else sees her upside down. So I don't know.
wow.
But yeah, then she took a screenshot and sent it to me. And yes, she was upside down. I don't understand. So now it looks like the difficulty, Rayon cannot hear David talk.
Wow. I can hear everybody though.
But he can hear everybody. So we'll well, Ray, you're gonna have to go back and listen to this one.
Right. I'm gonna have to go back and listen. Yeah.
Play it back. So
okay, he just froze.
Did you get frozen?
Yeah, Wes looked like he got frozen.
Yeah, he froze.
He was happy.
Yeah. See, that's a good picture to be frozen on.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, poor guy. Come back.
Come back, Wes.
So are we still live, or is he the only one?
I don't know. Can you hear David? Is David
I hear you.
Frozen too?
I'm not frozen, am I?
Don't take over until he comes back. So how do you guys know Wes?
Well, I worked with Wes a long time ago.
All right.
Oh,
sorry about that. Yeah. It's all good. Right on cue. Right on cue.
Right.
We get technical difficulties, but we're back.
That was good.
A word from our sponsors.
Right.
That Spectrum Cable is our sponsors. Wanted to make sure I had to pay the bill, you know. So, sometimes in quarantine you can forget to pay bills.
Oh yeah, for real.
So
time is just melting away.
Mm-hmm.
so we'll open the discussion up to basically, like I was saying before, first question being, okay, moving forward, we know that we've been in this pandemic. It's shut down the industry. There are some you know, we've been hearing some studios and productions have been you know, preparing to shoot. I know that I have a few people that I've talked to. Some of the independents, they're still shooting, which, you know, it is what it is. So I've talked to some cats that's actually still shooting. One of my cinematographers, my man Trouble, he's always he's shot about 2-3 times during this thing, you know.
Shit.
So you know, everyone's, but it's a lot of different guidelines and things that they're kind of going by. But you know, so moving forward, you guys, how you guys prepare for that? I know David mentioned he's getting, you know, starting to get back in shape, and you know, but how do you prepare for it?
I really can't hear you. It's distortion on my end. You hear me?
I hear you. Can you hear me?
It sounds you're coming out a little messed up.
I got static on you, Wes.
Really?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Alexander, you got static on Wes too, or no?
Can you?
Yeah.
Can you?
There we go. Yeah, you good now.
Better?
Yeah.
I might have. Okay, I might have knocked something out with my microphone. Boy, oh boy.
There you go.
Hey, man.
All good.
Challenges. It's just like a production, right? When you do a
right.
production,
It's
there's
live.
challenges.
Yep,
Exactly.
That's it.
It's all challenges. So how do you guys feel about, you know, when it is time, when you get that call? I know obviously the first thing, you know, you're gonna want to take the work, but moving forward, how are you mentally preparing for it? David, let's go with you, man.
Right now, I'm all for it, but it all depends on what the new guidelines are now, because now these new, what I was telling you about the Lionsgate guidelines they're coming out with, that if a show is stunt heavy, then they're gonna hire somebody on for the run of the show.
Gotcha.
I mean, so like I said, they're gonna be doing the full 11 episodes or 22 episodes, depending on the size of the show. Yeah, and you'll be quarantined in a hotel that whole time. So you're work, hotel. That's it. You know, that's it. So like for me, it'll be cool to a degree, but you know, I have a kid, so I'm not gonna see my daughter for the whole run of that. My wife is gonna have to come move with me to New York. I mean, but if the money's right, I'm all for it.
Right.
But it all depends. I don't think that's gonna. They may put that in place, but who knows how long that may even last.
Right. And that's Lionsgate at this point right now.
That's pretty much Lionsgate set the guidelines for pretty much everything right now. So they're all trying to adapt that.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's fascinating.
That is very fascinating. So, I mean, let's play off of that. You guys, the rest of you, like Rayon, are you down for something like that as well? Like, you know, if they're like, hey, you know.
Did you hear me? I don't know if you heard me.
Oh, that's right. He can't hear David.
No, but here's a creative thing I did. So you see how I got the recorded headset and then I got the AirPod here. So on my phone, I can hear David on my phone. On my iPad, I can hear him on this.
There we go.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So I'm hearing David right now.
Okay, cool,
delay, but it's fine.
Okay.
I kind of heard the end of it where he was talking about he'll be gone for some time, so he wouldn't see his daughter. So I was kind of hearing about that's how these things would be, which will be quarantined for some time, depending on the duration of the shoot. So you know, listen, I'm a single bachelor, so I'm good. So I don't got no kids yet, so you know, if I'm quarantined, it's fine for me. You know what I mean? Like I'll be on set. You know, just like if I went away to work in Atlanta or in New York, and I'm out there for the duration of the time. And you know, quarantine. Of course, we got to take safety measures once we start on the shoot day, and when we got to start going on set and stuff like that. But I'm ready for it.
No, that's good. And same thing, Alexandra. You know, with this, so we're gonna stick to this because I want to go. I have a follow-up question to that too. Because so, how are you feeling about it?
I feel I have a little bit of a different position right now because I have all this work that I've done, and then I moved back east right before all this happened, and I was changing agents and changing all my everything. I'm like, I'm ready for a new start, and I started taking all these meetings, and I got this one woman, and she ended up getting sick actually, and so sad. She got better, but she's just taking time off. She's all freaked out. So I don't have the representation right now. So for me, I'm like, how do I find representation during this time? So I've been reaching out to people and trying to meet online and stuff like this because I would be so down to do a quarantine thing because I'm just me and my dog. We're good. We're great.
Okay.
So my fault to butt in real quick, Wes.
No,
so Alexandra, you said that you're looking for representation right now.
Yeah, and I just had a movie come out on Netflix, and it's just a really weird time to look for reps. And some casting people were like, "Don't even look right now," and other people said maybe it's a good time. And so I don't know really what the answer is. So I haven't been like hardcore going at it, but I've been just like popping here and there and like sending. I got reel updated and been sending it out.
Well, I want to say congrats first. You know, on your movie on Netflix as well. Also, right now they do have a couple of outlets that you can reach out to. That's kind of all over Instagram right now. I know Wes, you probably seen a couple of them where they have some type of casting, something that I know Idris Elba was part of.
So
you go on there, you could do a monologue and stuff like that. I know Leah Daniels is a casting director, and she has been looking for people for dope monologues called quarantine monologues, and I think she does it every Mondays now. And you have agents reputable agents that tune in and look at the people who she selects that goes live. So you just never know, but it's definitely all over IG right now. There's a couple of different casting directors that had that, which you can submit. So definitely keep your eyes peeled for that. You know what I mean? Maybe put like hashtag quarantine monologues or hashtag something towards acting. And then you probably find those different ones that, you could probably find an agent that might be out there watching.
That's awesome.
Ryan, thank you.
Yeah, that's perfect. And we'll also follow up with that. Like, we could have, Rayon, you can send the information to her. or whatever the case may be. Everybody has their social media right up there on screen, which is perfect. And that's what it is, man.
Mine,
all of us.
Put mine. Mine is underscore. Mine is actually underscore David Chin underscore.
Oh, okay. Underscore David Chin. Okay, cool. Yeah, well, I'll make sure that everybody is connected as well, because that's what this is about as well. We're all in the same community.
I'm listening to David right now on the.
Yeah, my bad.
I'm right there.
Yeah. She's doing it now. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I love having people on here that's about it, So, Rayon's like, yo, I'm about this, I'm about that. He's telling you where to go, and she on her joint right now. That's what I'm talking about. That's what it's about, man.
David was saying underscore David Chen, right? That was your IG.
Yeah. Sorry, say again.
Yeah.
He said, he was just asking, was that underscore David Chen underscore?
Yes. I'm actually going to IG right now. I think I just saw a notification.
Yeah. Yeah. So it is underscore David Chen underscore.
Yes. Yep.
Right.
Okay. Now I can hear David here now. All right. So
it's weird, right?
So I can hear you now in real time.
Yeah. My man Rayon is multi-talented. He's multi-faceted.
Rayon, where are you from?
Where
are you from?
He about to hear you in a minute. Yeah, he said, "Where you from, Rayon?" Which I already know.
From Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, okay. All right, you're my neighbor. All right, cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
Where you at?
Oh yeah, I just got it.
New York too.
New York.
I grew up in Manhattan, but like all over, and I was way uptown, then way downtown, then in the middle. Then I moved to LA for like 6-7 years.
Okay.
Now I'm back.
I lived in Harlem for a bit, but I'm Jersey based.
I love Manhattan.
Oh, nice. Oh, where's your in Jersey?
I actually love Brooklyn.
I love
New York's
Brooklyn.
in the building.
Yeah,
I'm like, does anybody love Long Island? I mean, damn. No.
Yeah.
I love Long Island.
Okay, I'm about to
annoy Long Island.
I'm about to. This is what I say to annoy all of my Brooklyn and Queens people. Technically, geographically, Brooklyn is part of Long Island, and so is Queens. Long Island geographically, Long Island is made up of 4 counties: Kings, Queens, Nassau, and Suffolk. But it's all different. See, Rayon, he don't get bothered by that, but I got some people that get bothered by it. Like, no way.
Right.
This ain't no Long Island, it's Brooklyn. I'm like,
Brooklyn.
I'm like, do you have to cross any bridges to get to Long Island? No. Okay.
Right.
It's part of one island. Yeah, no, it's all good. So I'm glad that I have all performers on today, because yesterday the topic came up. We had a couple performers on, but like I said, one of them was having a lot of technical difficulty. But we talked about the uncomfortable thought of, okay, what is now? We know that you get the call. The job is, you get the call for the job. You're getting it set up. Now, part of these new guidelines that, require, let's just say, testing. Now, I don't know if any of you seen, I don't know if anyone of you been tested, or have you seen what it looks like to get tested?
They go all the way deep up your nose.
Yeah.
But
so now it's not as bad as they say. People say it's not as invasive as they say it is.
Yeah. I heard that it's not as bad. I haven't been tested yet. I actually went. There's a testing site not far from where I live here in Orlando, and I told the story yesterday. I drove out there, and I was in the parking lot. And I kind of saw what was going on, and I was like, I think I have something on the stove. Let me go home. I just kind of drove home. But Yeah, I was like, I'm good. I did one of these. All right, I'm good. No, I'm good. So 14 days later, I'm still here. So it's all good.
You good, exactly.
Yeah. So what do you guys? So you guys get the? I did hear that though, that they do have a new form of testing. That it's the same form, but I think it's like maybe a smaller swab or something like that.
And they're testing for antibodies now to see if you had it and you recovered from it now.
Yeah, I heard about that as well. Testify now. That must be a blood test. That's
I'm
probably
not
a blood
sure.
test.
I think it is, but I think
you prick your finger or something like that, right?
I'm not sure.
If it's antibodies, it's got to be involved with some sort of blood work.
But they were saying that for our business, that it might be a possibility that if you get that test and you test positive for antibodies and you recover from it, that if you have like that documentation, you'll be cleared to go to work.
Okay,
that's what it's a lot of different chatter around.
Yeah, right. I mean, nothing's concrete right now.
Right.
But it's these things I wanted to throw out there just for something for you guys to think about it. How do you react to it? Another thing was, all right, back to that question before I move on from it. Yeah. So I'm assuming you guys are ready to get tested, huh?
I mean, I don't mind.
Requirement.
Yeah, whatever, man.
I don't mind.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's so weird that we even talking about this. I think I mentioned on the show when you was on the show with me, David. It's like it almost feels like the porn industry, right? It's like you gotta get tested before you work.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so funny
too.
It's so funny.
Like everything is so different now. Like they're gonna basically cut out background and have like digitally imposed background. They're gonna be if there is any love scenes, like any romantic scenes where an actor makes out with another actor, those actors have to get tested. Only those two actors can be on set and all that stuff.
Yeah, we talked about that as well, and that was to say because one of the other actors that was on the other day, and they were like, "Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm sure if you got to do like an intimate scene or even something not as intimate, it could just be just as simple as a kiss scene,
right.
embrace or whatever.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to make sure that they get tested. And like you were saying, David, I believe you'll probably have to be quarantined the whole time, get tested.
Exactly what they said.
What goes on, like if you had it in the past and you had the antibodies, then that means you can't get it again, and so then you're okay? Or does
they don't even know.
They don't know. That's not written in stone. They're just kind of going off of they're really just kind of speculating, unfortunately. That's just really what it is. I'm like, it's not like freaking, chicken pox.
Right.
It's like chicken pox. You have that once and you never get it again. But I mean, I don't think so, but I just think it's just proof that you recovered from it and your body can fight it.
Right.
So that's maybe just further research, just further information. Because I mean, hell, if you have the flu and fight it off, you can get it again.
Right. Because I was reading that there was this lady at a hospital. It was their first patient that tested positive for the COVID-19, and she ended up being back in that hospital. I could have sworn they said a month later or something like that, but yeah. So she had it, then didn't have it. She recovered, and then now she's back in the hospital for it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I actually, I know a person who I don't think he actually contracted it twice. I just think that he never fully got over it, maybe because he was. I mean, like his lasted longer than like I've been seeing and reading, Right. So it was like, I mean, it was a long time. He was just like, and people were like, wait a minute, I thought you was good. You know what I mean? And he's like,
right.
Oh, he's back. But yeah, so it affects people differently. It's a very scary thing, man. But that's why people, on all levels, you guys are reason why I'm bringing this up is because these are things that we'll all have to face. I'm not a performer. So it's a little bit easier for me to, I guess, social distance on set, especially with a camera. I just changed the lens, you know what I'm saying? Be like, we need to get a closer shot. Okay, break that 80.
The understanding I'm having is, I don't know if David might have brought it up because, with the dialogue, I can't really hear some of it. I got to kind of hear on delay. So I know they're going to try to treat the set as if they were filming a sex scene. So the only lead two people would be on set at the moment when you're shooting. So that's how they're going to kind of limit the social distancing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's
jobs.
That makes sense. Yeah.
It affects so many of the workers' jobs.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah. It does. It's going to be more or less like, I'm assuming, crew. They're going to be working in small sets of crews where it's like, okay, the lighting team get in there and light and boom, 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 and get out.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what it is. It's like, okay, boom, boom, you survey everything. It's just gonna be. It's gonna be. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a little bit tricky. I would say it's gonna be.
Add to the layer.
Say again.
The challenges that are already there when you're making a film. It's just now going to layer even more.
Well,
your microphone is staticky again.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh man, can you hear me?
Yeah, but a little echo. Nah.
Try it again, let me see.
Hello.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the sets are basically going to kind of be the same, just less chaotic.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Organized. This probably will be a good thing.
That might be a good thing.
Faster and get things done fast. Well, not faster, but at least it'll be a little more organized.
Be more organized. It'll be a little less. And hey, I mean, the whole thing is everyone needs to have safety in their minds. You gotta have a peace of mind before you really be able to bring the performance that you want. You know what I mean? So, and that's on all levels. That's with the crew as well. You know what I mean? You gotta be able to do what you gotta do. So, have peace of mind when it comes to bringing to that. So, they also mentioned, we talked about the testing and the intimacies and go out and do that. What else? There was we talked about. Oh, what I wanted to ask you guys is a little bit off of the performer side of things, just in a whole. So are you guys familiar? And I think we might have talked about this as well, David. You guys familiar with right now with the theaters? I noticed that Alexandra says she has a film on Netflix. Congratulations again. The theaters are in a little battle right now with Universal Studios.
Oh yeah.
Universal has for everyone who may not know, Universal had publicly came out and said that they might consider doing like releasing to video on demand simultaneously to theaters once they actually start releasing the theaters again, because of the good response that they got from Trolls. They just released the movie Trolls, and it's made some good money on video on demand. So as a response to that, AMC got really offended, to say the least, by that, and they decided that they're going to ban all Universal movies from AMC theaters.
Wow.
And the same thing with Regal. Regal jumped on the bandwagon. It was like, you know what? Yeah, us too. We're banning all. So that James Bond. You know what I mean? Like, come on, son. You got the new Bond movie coming out.
The Fast and the Furious movies.
The Fast movies. Yeah, the Fast and Furious.
Crazy. They can't do that.
Well, this is their way of, I think, trying to
negotiate.
Yeah, they're trying to negotiate because, all right, the reason why they did that, for whoever might be listening don't know, there's usually a 90-day window in an agreement when a studio releases a film to the theaters, right? So they grant them this 90-day grace period, like window, that they will not release it to home video or anything like that. It gives the theaters time to make money from it, right? And let's be honest, the theaters only make money really from concessions. They don't really make some money from ticket sales and stuff like that, but they don't really, their money comes from concessions. So if their logic is, if you're releasing movies to home video the same time you're releasing movies to the theater, who's going to go to the theater when they can just stay home and watch it?
Right.
And if they don't come to the theater, there won't be concessions. no concessions, no money. So their whole point is trying to do that, and they're but the funny thing about it, guys, is Universal. I believe it's Universal out there in LA. Mm-hmm. There's an AMC theater right there on the Universal property.
It is. Yeah, it's right there. I live right there, 5 minutes from there.
So that's gonna be tricky. Now I know here in Orlando, Universal, there was an AMC theater, but it was replaced by I want to say Cinemark is now the theater there. So there's not AMC no, but it is when. So from you guys' perspective, do you think this type of, and all this is because of obviously this whole coronavirus that's been going on.
Right.
The theaters are very they kind of see they're in trouble. They see it,
mm-hmm.
And if the theaters are in trouble, it may affect how things are released. Do you think there's gonna trickle down effect down? Let's just say they follow suit with that. Do you think it'll trickle down back to us? Being the crew and the performers, meaning like even I know you got the union, so I'm about to say even like money wise and stuff like that, but you do got the unions to protect you there.
Mm-hmm. I got it. Yeah.
Do you think it'll be a trickle down effect though?
I don't really think it will be.
No,
I don't think so. I mean, because that's their issue right there. I think eventually Universal's gonna Universal's gonna lose money from not having those ticket sales. I mean, not Universal. AMC
and Regal,
they're gonna lose money for that.
Really silly thing to do, I think.
Yeah, and they're gonna like Fast and the Furious. When you got the new one coming out, the last whatever 10, the next one coming out, right? And they're gonna lose so much money off that.
Yeah. Do you think they're overreacting? Do you think?
Absolutely.
Do you think the theaters are overreacting?
Oh,
or do you think it's just them trying to put a united front? Because I think they're thinking, if Universal does it, who's to stop Disney from doing it? Who's to stop Warner Brothers from doing it? And everybody for that matter, right?
But that all depends on if the theater's going to actually recover from coronavirus. If people are going to be allowed to be in like all those, packed in those spaces like that, people don't want to even do that.
Yeah, this is true. They may not want to do it. I thought that'd be interesting thing to bring up to you guys, because it's just like. Mm-hmm. It's affecting every aspect of the business, which is just so weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sad because sorry, I'm sorry.
No,
I was just going to say, I feel like the theaters are going to probably end up not lasting. That's the sad part. And then pulling that kind of move, I understand they're trying to fix and preserve it, but at the same time they do that. How can they preserve it either way?
Right.
True.
Lose it kind of looks like for them right now.
Yeah, I think like you said, the concerns is maybe the movie theaters going away, but these studios, Universal and like you said, Warner Brothers, they try to make money, so they're like, all right, well, I can capitalize with everybody being at home. I could do the video on demand, and I can make my money right now. I understand the theaters, want us to wait and then release it in theaters, but who knows when we're able to go back to the theater? So they can't be like, I'm gonna just sit back and not do anything. You see what I'm saying?
No, I agree.
At the end of the day, money talks. I mean, it's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean,
that's what it is.
Even with like a lot of movies got pushed back to a whole year. Yeah. How long are they gonna keep pushing these movies back before they were like, all right, let's do the video on demand thing. Let's get this money while we can.
That's true. That's what we were talking about.
Maybe this will give some kind of birth to a new sort of mom and pop theater type thing, where they're small theaters that are sort of separated, and that they don't mind if you have it on demand, because they'll be the only theater that's there, because the big theaters will be gone.
They used to have those by me. They used to be run by me.
And it might also rebirth drive-in theaters.
I was thinking that too. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice,
too bad I can't trademark that. But no, but it might just. I'm gonna have to put me a big old screen out in front. Everybody just come on in.
You can open up one in Long Island. You know?
For real.
Yeah.
There used to be one right there. The Westbury used to be the Westbury Drive-In. It used to be right over there where. Right now in Westbury, Long Island, where there's like the Westbury Music Fair or whatever it's called. There used to be a drive-through there. Yeah, I remember that. It was big too.
You know what's crazy is that
might come back though.
I think so.
When I used to work, I ain't gonna say the job because I don't want to blow us up. But when I used to work at one of these spots back in New York, we actually set up a big tarp and did a little drive-through. You know, we was kind of doing it more so for the workers and stuff. But people came through and was watching movies, so we actually set that up right in a driveway. I mean, in a parking lot.
Yeah,
construction. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've actually seen that down here because down here in the South they
creative.
Bootleg.
Creative.
They bootleg down here. They be like, yo, we gonna set up a big old TV screen. Everybody gonna just pull up. It's like, how's a drive through? It's like this ain't no drive-in theater. It's a walk-in theater. Right. You standing only. But it's it's dope. I think that might help because it's really affected everything. It's just so crazy right now. Definitely. But it's all good, man. You guys, as long as it don't, I'm just hoping it don't. It's not going to trickle down or affect any of us because I'm thinking about potentially, and I'm really, really digging deep on this, right? Potentially, the studio stands to lose money by not putting it in theaters and going straight to home video because. Let's just face it. If Black Panther still would have made the same, really a whole lot of money, but you do got to consider paying. Like, all right, for instance, the Scooby-Doo movie just came out on video on demand, right? Friday. I looked at it on Amazon and I was like, dang, $19.99 to rent it. Then $24.99 to buy it. So I'm like, I might as well just pay $5 more and buy it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But think about this. I can buy it and have 10 people in my house and show it to them. So that's money potentially that they lost.
Right.
Because, where they would be, let's say $15 a ticket, times 10. So I'm just hoping that, what type of negotiations are they going to try to do if it comes to that? I mean, like I said, ultimately you guys have the unions to fight for y'all as far as that goes, but I'm wondering if they'll even try to go there with it, you know what I mean, to want to try to pay less and stuff like that. We'll see, but hopefully,
pretty much,
hopefully drive-ins come back.
Yeah, I love that idea.
Oh, you guys. And how it was how it's gonna be in the hood drive through. You're gonna have jokers hopping out the trunk.
Right.
You have jokers hopping out the trunk.
Go like Boys in the Hood.
Oh man. So do you guys have anything? Have you worked on anything since quarantine? Like any voiceover stuff, any quarantine stuff? I know because Diane Franklin yesterday told me that one of the only times she could talk due to her connection, she was like, she got, somebody, because a lot of people are filming quarantine-friendly films right now. You know what I mean? And she actually got a cameo in a film that was already done before the pandemic. And they just wanted to film a cameo with her, and they got her in, and she just did it, I guess.
Nice.
So, I mean, is that something you guys? I don't know if you guys. I know you all kind of explained already that you were just, you're working on other things, but I don't know, man.
I'm dying to do voiceover. I love voiceover. I wanted to do maybe some audio books or do commercial stuff, but again, how do you find the job? I'm having a hard time with that right now.
Right. Anybody ever? Any of you guys ever worked on any voiceover stuff before in the past?
I've auditioned.
I've
auditioned for a couple voiceovers, but never worked on anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I've done a lot of voiceover work.
Yeah.
A lot. Yeah, a lot of looping.
She said a lot.
A lot of commercials, and so that's why I really love to do it again, and like little animations. But
I wasn't too thrilled about it at first, but now I'm kind of kicking myself.
I did animation before. Animation is really fun.
I auditioned for Spider-Man Into the Darkness, and I almost got a role. And I was like, damn, when it came out and it did so well, and I was just so mad. I was like, I should have, whatever.
Yeah.
Now, because that was like my second voiceover audition, and I did it at home in my bedroom. So I was like, all right, now I know now to take that a little more serious,
Yeah.
No, it is, man. That voiceover work. I mean, and Rayon, you said you worked on animation before, so like it's not only fun; it can be very lucrative too.
Doing
that because
checks was pretty nice.
Checks, some good checks, man. Steady too. I mean, I have a couple of friends that do voiceover work, and there's a lot of actors that a lot of people out there may remember seeing from older TV shows and stuff like that, got into voiceover work and just redefined their career.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mark Hamill is one of them. Luke Skywalker. Mark Hamill does so much voiceover work, and animation and stuff like that. And he redefined his career.
Video games and everything.
Yeah. Cree Summer's another one. From remember her from A Different World. Who she played the character Freddy from a different world. Cree Summer.
Oh wow, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, she actually. You'd be surprised how many people she's voiced over, like characters in animation stuff like that. To this day, she working steady work. So that's something. You guys and all of y'all. It's funny that it's ironic that all three of y'all got pretty distinctive voices. So I think y'all might be on to something.
I think
you on to something. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
By the way, perfect segue to a shameless plug. I'm working on an animation, actually.
Nice.
Really?
Nice.
So,
that's cool.
Yeah. I'm working on an animation for one of my for my film series 7 to 7.
Okay.
Nice.
Is,
exciting.
We can't wait to see it.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Word.
So we'll have to see. But guys, like I said, I'm not gonna hold y'all too much longer, but I just really wanted to get a pulse for how you guys are doing as actors in the business, dealing with this pandemic, and I want to kind of give it a little more. I want to get a more of an open answer from you guys instead of me just drilling you with questions, and just how are you coping as overall with the pandemic. We'll start with Alexandra.
Great. I'm how am I overall? I would say I'm more well rested than ever. I'm very focused as far as like getting specific about what it is that I want. And I think because a lot of the chatter's gone, I've been able to be really focused in that way. And I think because I don't feel guilty about painting. I used to paint and always be like, oh no, I'm just wasting time painting when I should be working. And now I look at the painting as my work, and it's filling it up. So I'm really enjoying that. And I was supposed to have a art show, my first solo art show. It's a big thing. We had a press release that we were just about to drop. And then it was set for April 1st, 2nd, and for that week. And it got shut down, with everything. So I actually painted 30 more paintings since then.
30? Did you say 30 more? Oh, wow.
Wow.
30.
That's a lot of work.
That's a lot.
I'm going to town. So I keep thinking of it as like, okay, like I'm getting better every time, trying new things and just being sort of fearless about it, and then I'll have a bigger show than before. So
wow, that's really interesting. Well, you're gonna have a lot. You're gonna definitely have a bigger show.
Yeah, much bigger show. And I could choose specifically like what's gonna be the best in the show, what's gonna fit where for my audience and stuff. So I have more to select from. And but I'm dying to work. When I watched the film, the Netflix film, I felt really kind of sad because I was like, wow, that was a while ago. I miss being there. I miss that feeling and that vibe and being on the set and working and doing the deals and the whole wardrobe and just like the family vibes. Like I just really miss it a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to, once this is all over, everything just sort of moving forward and hopefully one feeding the other.
Yeah.
So, Alexander, I don't know. Did you
Yeah.
mention the name of the Netflix film or not yet?
Oh, yeah, it's called
Oh,
Spencer
nice. Oh, that's
Confidential.
dope. I saw it. It's a
Oh,
dope
I
movie.
did see that movie.
Dope movie. Yeah, you gotta put that out there. Let everybody know.
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that. I was just about to ask that too.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Really good
Yeah,
movie.
my wife and I both watched it.
Congrats.
Oh, that's what's up.
Really?
Congrats.
You know Gloria Wisniewski and the girl that they murdered that went to jail for.
And
then he
I gotta go back and see it.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yeah, me too.
But it was a good movie. I don't mind seeing it twice. And then look out for you know what I mean?
Check it out. I'm Gloria Wisniewski. It's not a huge role. It's a small role, but it was a fun role, and I got to do the stunts and do all the stuff.
Listen, no role is a small role. You're part of a great.
No, you're right.
That's
right. Small role. It's a good role. And I play a Southie chick with a loud mouth.
Nice.
Those residual checks to make sure you that it's not a small
I'm sure
role.
when I see it, I'm gonna be like, oh shoot.
Yeah. Hey man, you know what? I've always said, or not, it's not me. I've always heard the saying: "There's no small roles, only small actors."
That's it.
So, that's what's up. So, Rayon, what you doing, man? Like, you know, how you coping with this whole overall? How you doing? You know, how this whole thing?
Well, you know what? Sometimes I need in the business, I need a reset because, you know, sometimes you just doing too much. Like, you know, you're auditioning, you flying here and there, you know, because I travel a lot and stuff like that. So it's a good reset for me. And, you know, you take it back to the basics. I've been able to see old films that I've done, you know, and just seeing where I come from, you know, and up to date to stuff that I do now. And you just seeing what do you need to focus on with your studies. And I've fortunately been able to still audition. I got a couple offers while on quarantine.
That's great.
So you know, more of the reset now, and you know, just getting ready, prepared for it. You know, working out and you know, reading scripts and reading whatever books that I can get my eyes on. And I forgot the acting book that I'm reading right now, but able to go back and look at that and then start reading again. So yeah, for me, it's a reset. So I'm ready when we get back, and you know, just sometimes we need a reset sometimes because we just keep going and going and going. We just need to pull everything back and then, you know, clearly see what's going on and then approach it again. So, you know, I embrace this
this time,
the situation this time right now. Yeah.
Right. No, that's awesome. And David, you kind of said it a little bit earlier what you were doing as far as getting back in shape. Anything else? Just overall, how you coping with the situation?
I mean, I could say I'm just grateful that I have residuals that come in to help, you know, with the money that, you know, from work that I've done. Yeah, so that's a good thing. But as far as financial wise, and but other than that, man, I've been cool with it. You know, I do wish I was working because this is a busy time for me. This is like from January to like May, June is like heavy work, a lot of work, and then it gets a little dead. Excuse me, but everything's shut down. So like I'm just, like I said before, I'm hoping that when things do open back up, it's just so much work out there that we're gonna be constantly busy.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
But other than that, I'm just, you know, I go outside. I go outside my building. We got a little park in the back. I walk the track there, get some fresh air. Yeah. I just been kind of just enjoying the solitude and the, you know, not as many people out. You know,
it is different.
A break from all the people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, I was driving around the other day, and you know, during a time down here in Orlando where it's always crowded and busy on the street, you know, traffic wise, and there was no traffic. I was like, wow, that's interesting. But you know what? I'm very glad that all three of you kind of answered the question the way I was hoping you would, because you all are taking this time to invest it in yourselves to a degree. You know what I mean? And making that positive out of it. Because I'm doing the same thing. I mean, I'm refocusing on certain things. You know, I got my color grading game up. You know what I'm saying? On like far as the editing, I got my color grading game up. You know what I'm saying? I'm going back and redefining some scripts. You know what I mean? And
Nice.
just trying to really find that sweet spot where I'm like, all right, cool. What can I make? How can I make this better? Same thing with my Project 7 to 7. It's a film series. It's a comic book. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, how can I make this comic book doper? Well, I'm talking right now with an animator where I'm going to start using augmented reality with my comic book. So soon there'll be an app that you can download for my comic book, and you can use it to read the comic book, and like pages will come to life.
Gotcha.
You know
Nice.
That's
so it's like I probably wouldn't even have got that idea had this not have happened. You know,
right?
I was too busy trying to do everything else. So being positive, the whole point of that question was being positive is the best way to, or finding a way to be positive and creative is the best way to get through this. Get through this thing, man, because it's got to end at some time. But,
yeah.
And I know, Rayon, you out in LA right now, right? You're on the West Coast.
Yeah. Yep.
And they they put the stay-at-home order in till what, like the fall now?
I think right now, I believe it's July or August. I want to say July, but July or August. Yeah.
Oh, they extended it out there.
Yeah, they did extend it. I just didn't know how long. There were talks of it possibly reaching to the fall, but he just said, July, August. So that's around the corner, man. That's around the corner.
Yeah.
Was that include production and everything?
It's definitely around the corner. I want to say too, for everybody that's listening, and also Alexandra and David, because you guys are actors as well. If you don't know, in union, take advantage of. SAG offers a lot of different ways to get funded. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
So utilize that as well. I mean, I'm saying I haven't looked into it yet. I just read it, but I haven't did the necessary stuff yet because there's a lot of information they want. But that's the way to go. One of the new things that I got into as well while being on this hiatus is I got into stocks too. So
so did
looking
I.
at stocks, that's something I never tried, and like, all right, let me try it now.
You get a little bit of time now.
A little bit of time, yeah.
I actually just made a little bit of my stock the other day.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Just randomly. I had a stock that was doing nothing. It was like it was a penny stock. So I bought it like 74 cents, 10 shares. And it was like 3 months ago, randomly. It was a cannabis stock. So I was like, all right, I invested in a cannabis company from Toronto. And then I was on this video chat thing that I do called Tiny Chat thing. So this guy comes in and was like, yo, if you want to make some money, invest in this stock, ACB. And I'm like, yo, that sounds so familiar. And I looked at it, and it shot up from 74 cents to $11.80 a share the same day.
Whoa.
So I was like, oh, shit. So, and it wouldn't let me buy any more shares, but I was able to buy it on another app, though.
Hey, yo, you got a little extra time to get into the stock market.
I'm learning.
That's another way to set up your future. Yeah. Before I let you guys go, man, I just wanted to thank all of you for taking this little bit of time to come on and chat with us. This new division of my show, Real Talk, is something that I wanted to put together. And I'm probably going to continue this even through the pandemic and when it's past it and everything, because it's an opportunity for people, us in the business, to kind of just talk and relate and talk about the business itself and how to get through certain challenges that come. So there'll be other shows that I may ask y'all to come back on where we won't be talking about this, hopefully. We might be talking about just challenges on set or, things like this, how to approach certain things. Because I want it to be, as I always do, like a learning experience as well for people who listen and watch or whatever. As you guys are doing what a lot of people are, aspiring to do. So, be able to, people that are, aspiring to do certain things and wish, had their time hasn't come yet where they end up on like a Netflix film or in Gotham, or in power. You see what I'm saying? So,
I remember him from Power now. Once I went to his Instagram, I was like, I remember that guy now.
Yeah. He said he remember you, Ray. I'm from Power.
Thanks, David.
Yeah, that was a good scene. He had a good scene, man. Yo, Rayon, you have a knack for, like, it seems like people like to see you in law enforcement roles, which is pretty cool.
Well, man, I got my bachelor's in criminal justice, so I want to be so now that I play on TV is pretty cool. You know what I mean?
Tell Rayon we got to send a comment because I was a Fed on Power as well.
He said he was a Fed on Power as well. That's what David said.
Watch out.
You got 2 feds in the house.
Well, I was a Fed, and I was also, before that though, I was also a thug, a Taino thug, that 450 that got killed.
So
they shaved me. They shaved me down and made me a cop after that.
It made you a cop. See, that's what I'm saying, man. So he also played a thug, who fought 50 Cent character.
David.
Yeah, David.
Nice.
Well, hell, he said. I remember on the my other show, he was telling me. I know you said how many times you've died on Gotham.
I've died every season except season 2. So I was
every season except season 2.
Maybe 7 times.
I recognize you now from Gotham because I did all the looping on Gotham.
Nice.
Yeah, I died I worked every season of that show.
He worked every season and he died almost every season. That's so awesome. That's a film in itself. That sounds like an ill film in itself. I should think about writing something like that.
Yeah.
Like we talked about that before. It's kind of like a Groundhog Day like Happy Death Day.
Happy
Death Day. Yeah, like Happy Death Day, but in the film world.
A stuntman that dies on set every day, waits for the chance to fix it.
Yeah,
and every stunt goes wrong and just keeps killing them each day.
Yo, that'd be awesome. I love it.
It'd be like a comedy too.
It could be a really pretty funny comedy too. That's for sure. No, that's awesome, guys. I mean, I definitely, damn, I lost my train of thought just laughing at that, man. That's so funny. Now I'm thinking about something, but that's what I was gonna say to you, Rayon. Since Mr. Criminal Justice background and all that, I'm writing this film now. See, I'm pitching it to you right now on live. I'm writing this film. It's called The Blue Wall, and it's basically it's a film, and I have a character in there with you in mind, my friend.
Hey, I like that.
Yeah. You gonna have to play a cop again, but I'm
all for it, man.
But it's definitely we're gonna talk about that. It's definitely what's up. I look forward to always Rayon. I've worked with you a few times. I love working with you. I look forward to working with you again.
Same here,
Alexandra. Bro. We worked a couple times, and I enjoyed. We worked once, I believe, together. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was fun. On the sitcom, Kiki and Claude. We was on that. And David, we got plans, brother. I'm definitely gonna be working with you.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I want to thank all y'all for coming on and at this time. You guys have any parting words you want to say? Anything that's on your mind?
I have one question though. I want to know who won the tournament.
Oh yeah. Okay, so Dave asked who won my tournament. So on my show, Real Talk, we did a tournament like bracket style, like the NCAA, where all the different the best action characters, so like Rambo, all these different characters. So they were fighting each other, and we did it for like 3. It took us like 4 weeks, and he was on for I think we were down to like the Elite 8 when he came on our show, and he just wanted to know who won the tournament. Actually, believe it or not, the Black Widow, she won the tournament.
I knew it. I knew it.
Character Black Widow won the tournament because it came down. So it was down to the T-100 from Terminator against Black Widow from the obviously from the MCU, right? So that's what it all came down. But I mean, we had matchups in there like what's her name? The Bride, the character The Bride from Kill Bill versus Alice from Resident Evil. You know what I mean? Like they had all these different, and it was just a big year, so it was cool. But yeah, Black Widow won the tournament, bro.
Nice.
So that's what's up.
Nice.
Yeah. Any parting words? Starting with, since you talked anyway, David, start with you. Any parting words, and then we'll move around and we'll say goodbye.
I want to say thank you for having me, everyone. For hopefully work with you guys one day. You know, stay safe during this quarantine.
Yeah.
And, that's pretty much it.
Okay, that's what's up, man. I appreciate that. Rayon, I know you're listening to what David say right now, but I didn't want to go to Alexandria right away, because then her talking and you trying to listen to David. Everything. Right. I know you multi-talented, brother, but I didn't want to do that to you. I know. So any parting words, man?
Yeah. I want to say thank you for giving us this platform. Appreciate it. Great to meet you, Alexander. Great to meet you, David. I hope we get through this task. Oh, matter of fact, Alexander, my boy said Eddie Goins. He said what's up to you. I guess he knows you, Eddie Goins. Yeah. That's my boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my boy. Yeah, we go way back.
You gotta love the film community.
Yeah, right.
Oh, tell him hi. I'll send him a text.
Definitely. So yeah, I just want to say for us all to keep safe. I hope we finish. And this goes through quick. I'm just really nervous for our. I know we're ending. I know I'm just nervous for the next generation. I don't want them to grow up having this as their norm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm nervous for the next generation. But yeah, I hope we get through this, and however we can get through this as soon as possible, it happens. We stay prayed up, and then thanks again for bringing us together on this platform.
Of course. Well said, my friend. And Alexandria, we will.
Yeah.
Alexandria. I said Alexandria. That's like the town, right?
That works too. That works. That's more Russian. But so yeah, I love doing this with you all and meeting the two of you. Very nice to meet you both, and really helpful things that we got going here. And I'm just grateful to be healthy, and that you guys are all healthy. And I'm nervous as well for the youth. Hopefully we can fix the issues. But it's a reset. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. We've got to embrace it and work forward with new ways of thinking, more efficiency.
Yeah.
And so something had to kind of give, because our worlds were kind of crazy. So it's nice that you get a little dose of reality here. Everybody getting grounded and back down to earth. So I think there's a silver lining to it, and hopefully it'll just clear up soon and we can all do it. But I love you, and I'm so happy to see you.
Yeah. Most definitely. I once again, I want to thank all three of you for coming on and sharing, everything, your insight, your experiences, and how you're feeling about this, because I think people need to see this, you know what I mean? Because, they see you guys on TV and stuff and on films, but, for you guys to come on and express, hey, how you're coping with it. And I want to always point out that you guys are coping with this situation in a very positive manner. And I love that. I applaud all of you for that, because you could always look at it as glass half empty and really be depressed and down about it, but you guys are finding good ways to cope with it, and positive ways and productive ways to cope with it. So I definitely give you guys credit for that. Yeah, man. So thank you guys. We're at the end of we actually went over our hour, so but it's all good. I'll get an email later. They be like, bruh. That's all it's gonna say, bruh. I have to know what it means and interpret it. So thanks, guys. You guys have a good.
All right, man.
Guys.
You guys take care.
Take care.
Thank you. Take care.
All right.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
Oh